is Damilola, and of course, I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager for SmartHub Academy. And today, like I said, we're going to be looking at how to build a professional website without coding. There are a couple of steps I would take you guys through. There are a couple of things we're going to be looking at. First and foremost, we're going to be looking at the domain name. How do you set up the domain name? Then we're also going to be looking at the hosting platform. How do you set up the hosting platform? And finally, we're going to be looking at how to set up the WordPress page itself. Now, these are the three things we're going to focus on for today because we have a limited time. If you have any question on the course of the teaching, please, you're free to drop your questions at the comment section. Of course, just underneath the video, just drop your questions and I'll take them at the end of the class. If you're ready, I'm good to go. So let's delve into the topic for today. Like I said, the first one we're going to be looking at today is the domain name. So how do you go about creating your domain name? For the sake of, because I want the class to be a bit interactive, I would like someone to give me a business name that they would like to create. So let's see if we can use that to create our domain name. Anyone with an idea of a business name they would like to create? If you have anyone in mind, just drop your business name underneath the chat box, and then we can work with that. Okay, I'll go with the first one, Duchess Signature. All right, I'll go with the first one. Duchess Signature. Like let's say we want to create we want to create a website for Duchess Signature. What's the first thing we get to do? All right, the first thing we need to do is, I'm sharing my screen with you right now. You can see I'm on HostGator. Like I told you, I use HostGator a lot. And if you can see my screen, please just say hi. If you can see my screen, say hi. If you can see the HostGator screen I'm sharing, please say hi. I'm waiting. If you can see my screen, say hi. All right, cool. So you can see my screen. Awesome. Okay, so like I said, I like to use HostGator, and if you look at it, you can see the starting price is at $2.75 per month. Yeah, remember I told you guys yesterday it was about from $2 to $2.50. Yeah. So it's around $2.75 per month. Okay, now, but for the sake of this class, I'm not going to actually set this up. I'm just going to walk you through how you can set this up. So when you go to hostgator.com, from there, you go to your hosting. The kind of website you're building is the one for a business. Like, I mean, you're not doing so much on the website. It's not as if it's not like a Facebook or an Amazon and the likes. So let's click on shared hosting. You go to hosting and then you click on shared hosting. Yeah, so on shared hosting, I like to go for the cheapest because we're building just a basic website. So we don't need to spend too much money and time. So I'll go for the Archlin plan. You can see where my cursor is. I'll go for the Archlin plan. It gives you about 60%. It gives you about 60% off. Please hold on. Let me pick this call. Williams, they can't see my screen. Wow, it's shared already. I've done that already, and I think a lot of them said they can see my screen. So I'm curious as to if you can't see my screen. You can't see my screen. Oh, interesting. Okay, can you see my screen now? Okay, don't worry, Williams. If you can see my screen, please drop it on the comment section. Okay, seen. Okay, awesome. They can see my screen now. I guess they can see the screen now. All right, guys, let's proceed. Okay, so you can see my screen now. Oh God, every time I get to this point, I want to go back because we've done a lot that are actually not part of this. All right, let's just go ahead. So you can see my screen. So let's proceed. So I'll take you guys to the beginning for those, because some of you cannot see the screen at the beginning. So let's just go to the beginning. So the first place we go to is we go to hostgator.com. Like I told you guys, we go to hostgator.com. I use HostGator. You can do this on any other domain hosting platform. You can do it on GoDaddy, and there are lots of lots of domain platforms. But I like to use HostGator because I'm pretty much familiar with their interface. Yeah, and I like to go with what I understand. Because when you start having issues with clients and pages, and you don't understand how to navigate or find your way around that particular hosting platform, you're going to be having issues. So I like to go with HostGator. So I'm on hostgator.com. You can see right here, I'm on hostgator.com. And I want to, of course, what I want is, don't forget, we want to buy a domain. So if you want to go for this, the first thing you go to your domain. But why I don't want to go to domain at this point is because I want to just go for the hosting. The hosting gives me free domain. The hosting gives me free domain. So I don't need to go and buy a domain. But for the sake of this class, let me just walk you through how to get a domain. So on the dash, on your menu list on HostGator, you go to your domain, click on domain. When you click on domain, there's a drop down that gives you register domain, transfer domain. So in this case, we want to register a domain. So we click on register domain. It opens up for you. Now, when it opens up for you, we did say that the business we would like to use for, we want to use, let me go back to that. Let me see. What's that business name? We said we're going to be using Duchess Signature. Yeah. So Duchess Signature, that's from Benny Joseph. Tell me, Duchess Signature is about what? You want to drop a comment on the comment section. What is Duchess Signature about? Just to give us an idea of what the business is about, so we can know what to when we get to the point where we have to start writing out a title for the website and all of that. It is important to understand what the business is about, so you can write a perfect title. So Duchess Signature, let's see. All right, don't forget, we're trying to look for a domain. So we have opened the register a domain, and then it has opened to this point. All right, and then you see like a search box there. We're trying to search if that domain is available. Don't forget, the thing about popular domain site like this is that they only give you the kind of link you have here. Hello, Williams. Yes. Williams, I know. Hmm. All right. If you look at my screen at the moment, I'm sure you can see my screen. You can see that for major platform like this, international platforms like this, it is very rare for you to have a .com.ng. So you have the major internet link like .com, like .website. So your business name.com, your business name.website, your business name.info, .club, .org, .host, .co. As you can see here, .net, .online, .space, .me, blah, 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 and all of that. So these are all you have, and you can see the prices, right? Okay, so because if you want to use a .com is not going to work. Sorry, a .com.ng is not going to work, but a .com will work, right? So we can search for it. If you search for it, Duchess Signature, what happens? It's trying to search. So what's that? It's still searching, as you can see. And then it says, congratulations, your domain is available. So it's available. Yeah, because it's available, you can go ahead and just get it. So it is selling for, let's see. It's selling for, where's that again? Now this can be the price. Okay, .com for a year is selling for $12. It's $12.95. If you're buying privacy protection, then you pay $14. You don't need to buy this. You really don't need to buy the privacy protection. There are plugins we can download on WordPress for privacy protection. So we really don't need all of that. Those are just waste of money. So if you're not cool with this, at the checkout you can take out this, or you can take it out here. Just take this out. So what you have is just $12, and then you can go ahead and buy. But don't forget, we're not buying our domain here. You don't need to buy a domain if you're going to host on HostGator already. Why? Don't forget that you don't need to buy a domain. Why? Because every time you pay for a hosting platform, you get free domain. You get what? Free domain. So let's go back to the let's go back to the home page. All right, let's go back to the home page. So right here, we're going to the hosting. Don't forget, the reason we're going to hosting is because we want to pay for hosting so we can get free domain. There's no need buying a domain name if you're paying for hosting, because a lot of websites will give you free domain once you pay for hosting. So no need to buy your domain name. So just buy hosting and then you get free domain name. So like I said, if you're creating a basic website, let's just go to shared, click on hosting and then click on shared hosting. Yeah. So when we click on shared hosting, it brings out a plan. We have the Archlink plan, which is selling for $2.75. We have the baby plan, which is selling for $3.95, and we have the business plan, which is selling for $5.95. The basic thing to note here is it depends on what you're trying to do. A lot of times, if it's just a basic website, you go for the Archlink plan. You don't need to waste too much time, because all you just need is just a little space that can contain, say, about maximum of about 300 people visiting your website at a time. Right, it's not going to crash your website. But if you're like a Jumia or probably an Amazon, then you might want to go for the business plan, because you probably need a lot of that, a lot of space. And aside from that, on this case, you have unlimited domain, so you can have one hosting and have different kind of domains on that particular hosting. But let's stick to one. We're going with the Archlink plan. So you click on buy now. No. Let me quickly show you something. If you look at this, it has. Let's go back. What are the features of your Archlink plan? You can always do this yourself, so it's not really a big deal. It can be used on a single domain. Of course, you can install WordPress. There's also a cPanel website transfer. So in other words, if you want to move this hosting to a different platform, you can actually do that. Or a different platform. If you want to host it on a different platform, you can do that. Unmetered bandwidth, which means it doesn't restrict you in any way. Free SSL certificate. This is very important for website. Yeah, you see, sometimes when you visit some links, and then let me show you. Let me show you an example of that. I don't want to leave this place, but let me just quickly show you something. Say you have a website like this, my workspace, limited.com. If I click on my workspace limited.com, just look at this place, you will see this sign. This sign shows that the website is not secure. It shows that the website is not what? It's not secure, right? It is not secure. Now, for a lot of people who are accessing your web page, they will be careful to do business. In fact, Google will flag your website as a spam, because they cannot trust the information on your site, because your website is not on a secure server. Now, what gives your website that security is when you plug it in, when you add the SSL certificate, which is what HostGator gives you when you subscribe for the Archlink plan. It also comes in other plans as well, but for now, we're looking at the Archlink plan. Don't forget, we're looking at the Archlink plan. All right, so let's quickly proceed. I don't want us to waste time on this. So we're going with the Archlink plan. We're going with the Archlink plan. Okay, Benny Johnson, I've seen your explanation. It's cosmetics, awesome. All right, so let's proceed, guys. We're going with the Archlink plan, like I said. So we'll click on that. Once you click on that, it takes you to the registering page. I'm sure you can see that, right? So this is all you need to do, right? Now, don't forget, enter your domain name. So, because like I said, when you buy this, it gives you free domain. So let's enter the domain name, Duchess signature.com. Of course, there's a .com at the end already, so we don't need to put the .com already again, right? So Duchess signature is the .com we're going for. So it ends there, right? So it will search to be sure it's available. It's available. It is available. So this is all we're taking. If you want the other ones, you can click on the other ones, and you can see the prices per year. But we don't need the other ones. So let's just proceed. I need to charge my laptop as we proceed. So let's proceed. All right. So we are only picking the Duchess, so we don't need to bother about the other ones. Remove domain privacy. This is going to cost you more later on. Just remove that. So let's go ahead. Now you can decide to buy your hosting platform for a year, or you can buy for a month or 3 months. You can also do a 6-month plan. Now, what's the difference? Don't forget what we saw before was $2.75, right? Now, that's if you're buying for 12 months. If you're buying, sorry, that's if you're buying for 36 months, which is basically 3 years. 3 years. See, these guys are very smart, man. They want to make you buy more, right? But if you're buying for a year, you're going to pay $3.95 per month. $3.95 per month. If you're buying 24 months, it's $3.45. So the more months you buy, the more months you subscribe for, or years you subscribe for, the lesser the price. But for the sake of this class, let's say I want to buy just for a year, yeah, which is $3.95. Cool. Okay, so what else? You put in your details, email address, and all of that. Remember, I told you your billing address and all of that. That's what you put in here. So there's really no need, and your credit card and all of that. So, but remember, I told you that the beautiful thing about HostGator is that it gives you you can always get a code that reduces the amount you're paying. Now, automatically, it comes with a code. The code is shared 3660. Now, I'm going to explain how the code works. But before we get there, let's quickly look at this. What you have at this junction, number 5, additional services, are other things you can actually buy alongside your hosting platform. So secure your website with SiteLock. We can always get a plugin for this. So please uncheck this. You don't need this. These are the things that makes your money expensive. The money, the old money you're going to pay pretty much high. So you just need to uncheck that. Back up your ad work. That's basically backing up your WordPress. There's a plugin for that, so we don't need to stress ourselves. So just uncheck that. Now, when you uncheck that, total money you're paying for a year is the total money at the end of the day is $107. $107. $107. That's total money you're paying. Yeah. Now, what happens is they are giving you a discount of, by using this shared 3660 code, they've given you a discount of $77. So automatically at the end of the day, what you're paying is $50.53. That's what you get to pay at the end of the day. Yeah. So sometimes when you're just testing it out, you can decide and say, okay, I don't want to do a year. I want to do, say, a month. You put that in, and then let's see what we're going to pay once the code is there. So total money we're paying is $24. $74.63. 63 cents. $24.63. So the thing is, once you impute all the figures and everything you need to do, you just go to checkout now. Boom. What happens is your hosting platform and your domain name, everything is created, and you're good to go. You're good to go. All right. Any question at this point? If you have any question, like I said, you're free to drop those questions on the chat. I'll definitely respond. I'll go through all the questions later on, and I'll respond to you. And if you can also drop your question on the group WhatsApp chat. I would also respond to you. All right, guys. So that is all about creating your domain and your hosting. I mean, it's so simple. It's simple. So once you do that, what happens is they will send you an information via your email. They'll send an information to your email that contains the link to click on to get to your cPanel, and also all you need to set up your cPanel. It's very, very simple. So what I'm going to do from this point, I'm going to jump right to your cPanel. So you see how you can integrate your you can set up your WordPress on your cPanel. So don't forget, once you fill all of this, you enter your billing, your first name and all of that, name of company, which is not compulsory, all right, your credit card and all of that. Automatically, once you click on the checkout, your domain name, your domain name is good, and your hosting platform everything is set, and then they send a code to your email from which you can start accessing your cPanel and the likes. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what does the cPanel looks like. I'm going to be sharing that with you shortly. I'm going to be sharing that with you shortly. But I also need to explain something at this point. Remember, I told you guys that I usually don't, I like to use Domain King for my own. I use domainking.ng for my own, for buying domain name. And the reason is because it is cheap and I can also pay in Naira. It is cheap and I can pay in Naira. And like I said to you guys, don't forget that on some of those international platforms, you can't really buy .com.ng. And .com.ng is basically like a Nigerian kind of domain name, especially when it is targeted for Nigerian businesses. So Duchess Signature can be duchesssignature.com.ng, which is really cool. Yeah, and you can also buy duchesssignature.ng, which is usually more expensive. So you can see, you can also buy your .com, but everything is in Naira. So .com.ng for the same websites will be 1,100, while .com will be 4,700. And .ng is more expensive. It is usually 9,500. Yeah. So I like to buy my domain here. Like for instance, so the Duchess Signature, this is a Duchess Signature is .com.ng. So you put your .com.ng and then you click on search. So you go to domainking.ng if you want to use this. You click on that. You click on it this way. You click on the search, and what it does is once you click on search, it starts searching. And then it tells you, congratulations, duchesssignature.com.ng is available. And how much is it for 1 year? 1,100 Naira. That's all. So these are the, if you want to buy the remaining duchesssignature.com.ng and the likes, you can click on all of this and buy at the same time. Right, it's pretty much, it's so easy. Just buy and save your domain. I'm not going to buy this. I have an account with them, so I'll just sign into my account so I can show you guys one that I bought, some that I bought from them before, so you can see how it works. Now let me show you an example of these are some of the businesses we've done our website for. You can see a lot of them. So, but let me go to this. That's for SmartHub, but I'm not. Let me not go to SmartHub. Really, I just want to show you something. So this is it. This is for SmartHub, for instance. Now, remember I told you guys about server name. I told you guys about server name. When you buy a domain, from a different platform, you would need to change the server name to your hosting, to that of your hosting platform. Now, I bought this domain from Domain Name, and my hosting platform is HostGator. Again, I'm buying a domain from domainking.ng, and my hosting platform is HostGator. So how do I integrate my domain name with my hosting? Remember I told you yesterday that the way to do that is to change your server name from the domain websites where you bought the domain. Just sign into your website, click on the domain name you have bought, and change your server name to that of the hosting platform. So what they say in website parlance is that point your domain name to that hosting platform. So you point your domain name to that hosting platform. So every time somebody types duchesssignature.com.ng, yeah, on the web gives an instruction, and because you have pointed it to that particular hosting platform, so it takes them to that hosting platform. Now let me show you how to do that. So I'll go to, this is my domain name, smarthubacademy.com, as you can see here. So for me to access this, the back end of this domain name, I need to just go here. This is where I can edit it. So I go here, I click on this thing that looks like a mail icon, an email icon, right? You can see this is my domain name, blah, blah, blah. I bought it using Flutterwave. I paid all of that is there. So I paid 3,800 when I was buying it. It's a .com. Now, if I'm going to renew it, it's going to cost me 5,000. I bought it for 1 year. It's active. So now, if you come down, you can see your name server. This is your name server. Now, if I use, look here, if I use the default name server, it means that I'm using the name server that came with this domain, which is naturally domainking.ng name server. So I am pointing the domain to Domain King, which is where it originates from. But if I want to point it to a different name server, which is the hosting server where I bought my hosting platform. All I need to do is to click on use custom name server, which is what I have here. And so this is my custom name server, the one I got from my hosting platform. So all I need to do is just to copy it from my hosting platform and put it here. There are usually two. The first one, you put the first one here. The second one, the difference is just one is NX65, right? One is NX66. That's all. So once I do that, it directs this domain name .com.ng to this hosting platform. It directs you to that hosting platform. That is simple. Once you are done with this, just click Save Changes here. Click Save Changes, and you're good to go. It saves, and then you're good to go. Boom. You're good to go. All right, let me not waste your time. Let me not waste our time on this. I want to assume at this point that we have bought a domain. We've bought a domain. We've also connected it to an hosting platform, and they have sent the link of our cPanel to our email. So now we want to sign into our cPanel. How do you do that? Let me quickly explain that to you. All right, let me quickly explain that to you. Okay, someone is asking, would like to know why the domain privacy costs more. Why does domain privacy cost more? Well, I mean, a lot of every time you try to buy some of these things online, all right, yeah. So every time you try to buy a domain or a hosting platform, the normal thing is this: a lot of these guys want to make money, so they want to make money off you. So they will add a lot of other things to it, like they will add privacy. They would even add. Sometimes they can even say you should come and buy your Gmail, customized Gmail email, all kind of things. They will quickly add to it. So if you are not the kind of person who is very detailed, or probably you don't understand how this thing works, what happens is by the time you are checking out, you don't even uncheck some of those things, and then you just realize that the money you're paying is a lot. What you're buying is just $10, and they will add about another $50-something. Yeah, and then you realize that the money you're paying is a lot. Now, it is good to buy those things, but the reason I've decided not to buy is because I can get those things free of charge using WordPress. All I need to do is just to upload my a plugin that can do the same job of providing security for my website, and that's all. So I don't need to buy when I can always get it. I can get a free plugin, right? So that's why. Super Abmaj Media. I hope I answered your question. Okay, so I want to quickly open what a typical cPanel looks like, so that way we can proceed. How does a typical cPanel looks like? Let me quickly open one so we can proceed. You're free to ask your question now. Just drop it on the comment section. I'm trying to open a typical cPanel portal. Okay. 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 All right. I'm going to share my screen so you can see. Let me know when once I share. If you can see my screen, please let me know. I'm going to share the screen now. I need to share my screen. Okay. Cool. Okay. If you can see my screen, please let me know. On the comment section, please. Just let me know in the comment section if you can see my screen. Yes, you can pay with Naira. Chijioke is asking if we can pay with Naira. Yes, you can pay with Naira, Chijioke. On Domain King. But how you pay with Naira, just put your credit card. Any of the banks, just put your credit card. I use GT Bank and it works a lot for me. Yeah. So just use GT Bank. And the beautiful thing about The beautiful thing about Domain King is you can actually pay using USSD code. So you just go to your, for instance, I use a GT Bank 73 star 737. So you just click on the USSD code for payment, and then voila, it gives you a code. Type the code on your phone, and then your payment is activated. All right. So I'm going to share my screen now. If you're ready, I'll be sharing my screen right away. Okay, let's do this. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Oh, you can't see my screen. Okay, I Can you hear me now, please? Hello? Mute, man. Hello? Oh, you can't hear me. Wow. But my mic is on. Why is that? My mic is on. Why is that? Okay. All right. You can hear me now. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, cool. Awesome. Okay, so probably I'll have to go back to sharing my screen so you guys we can continue with the class. Now, I don't know. I got a feedback that I'd like to know if there's any question you have, please drop it there. And if you have any challenge, if you feel I'm too fast about something, please just drop it there because I'm trying to ensure I'm able to take some key things I need to take today so that when we continue the class, we don't have to go through all of this again. Even if I'm going to go through this, I'll probably will just have to explain, just talk about it, and then we'll move on. So that's why I'm trying to take my time. Yeah, and then because we've not started building the website, we're just setting up. So I mean, it's not going to be so. Some of you that are waiting to see a website stand, yeah, it's not going to be so maybe as interesting as you want it to look like because I mean, I'm just showing you screen and I'm trying to register for something. So by the time we start building and you start seeing your website change, and then you also have your own laptop where you're also building yours as I'm teaching your building because this class is project based. In other words, you have to build a website at the end of the day. Yeah. So I'm going to quickly show you what the cPanel looks like, and then we'll start the building process. Hello, Williams. All right. All right. Okay, no problem. Kelechi. Let me guys know, please just drop when you guys return, drop it on the comment section that you're back. While I do this.
Page, we need to put you talk to Damilola to put the rental income for long lease and also Airbnb rental income. Then we also put what the value. I don't know if we can put what. Okay, yes, we can put comparative analysis. That page that shows what we have, the facility we have, and facilities that others don't have.
Okay, guys, I'm going to end this class, so you can just let me know on the WhatsApp group once you guys are back, so we can quickly conclude. Thank you.